The New York Jets have recently just signed Mike Williams on a 1-year, $15 million contract. So I'm going to be rebuilding the New York Jets with the new addition of Mike Williams. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. The channel is growing quickly. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this video. I would appreciate that. But first things first, you guys are probably looking at Aaron Rodgers and saying, what the hell? Aaron Rodgers here, he keeps retiring in all of my simulations. I can't do anything. He's just going to keep retiring, and I can't do anything about it. So he's 40 years old. He's definitely not 6'2". I'll correct that weight, and I'll correct that height. I'll correct all of that stuff. But I gave him superstar dev. He's a 90 overall. He has the attributes, yada, yada, yada. It's not going to be the exact same thing as he usually has. I'm definitely not going to give him bulldozer here. Sure, let's give him homer, and let's give him protected, and what else? No look Deadeye? Sure. Why not? Anyways, that's what we have for Aaron Rodgers here because he just keeps retiring. You're just going to have to deal with it. We're going to pretend this is Aaron Rodgers. Basically the same thing. I'll adjust his actual height and attributes correctly. But apart from that, for the rest of the team, they got Tyron Smith as well, which was a great pickup if he can stay healthy. They also have Morgan Moses. Same deal with him. O-line is looking better and better. And honestly, in the draft, I wouldn't be surprised if they took Brock Bowers at number 10 if he fell there. Tight end may be a position of need. Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, Alan Lazard, and also Corey Davis came out of retirement, so I implemented him in my roster as well. If you want that, I did a tutorial on it on how to get these rosters. But apart from that, what I think about Mike Williams, he's on or off. If he can stay healthy, he can be a solid receiver across the board. I have no idea why he has superstar dev. I mean, yeah, he's had a couple good seasons, but one game he'll be like, yeah, 2 touchdowns, 150 yards. The next game he's like, how about 2 receptions and 13 yards? Like, he's either total hit or miss in every single game. But at the end of the year, his stats average out. He looks really good if he stays healthy. That's why he's on a 1-year deal here with the Jets. But for the rest of the team, defensively, Quinnen Williams, we got an X factor. Sauce Gardner is an X factor as well. They got Chuck Clark back on a 1-year deal. DJ Reed, John Franklin Myers, Will McDonald, who honestly, total reach of a pick. There was no reason they panic picked there because the Steelers took Broderick Jones right in front of them, the offensive tackle that they clearly wanted. They jumped them. The Patriots screwed them. They should have taken best player available. If they had taken Christian Gonzalez paired with Sauce Gardner, that would have been amazing. Christian Gonzalez was the best player available on that board. They could have got him for an absolute steal to a fall. Imagine how nuts this would be to have Sauce and a healthy Christian Gonzalez on this team. I think that would be amazing. But for the rest of the team, they did get Javon Kinlaw on a 1-year deal. Total bust in real life. Total bust, period. Jermaine Johnson as well. They did lose. Who was it? Who was the guy that was behind Jermaine Johnson or above him? Carl Lawson. That's who it was. John Franklin Myers, I think I'm going to move him inside here to defensive tackle. He can definitely play it at 288, 6'4". Move him inside to defensive tackle, and then we're going to have Will McDonald get a shot. Don't want to waste him since you did spend a first-round pick on him, and I also need another defensive tackle to pair with Quinnen Williams. That looks good the way it is. Apart from that, guys, let's move into the draft. Yeah, so I just looked up Aaron Rodgers' height and weight. He is actually 6'2", 225. I put 224. Same shit. I know someone in the comments is going to be like, actually, Vic, Aaron Rodgers is 6'2". You didn't know this, so that makes you a total retard, and I'm disliking the video now. In the first round, Brock Bowers did fall to number 10 here for the New York Jets. I don't know why I blanked on that, but still, out of Georgia, 6'3", almost 250 pounds, hidden dev. Great athlete. They say he's generational tight end. They said the same thing about Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts would be a generational tight end if it wasn't for Arthur Smith. But for right now, we're looking to develop our new generational tight end in Brock Bowers. Hell yeah, I'll trade up. Giving up my 3rd round pick to get a next year's 2nd from the Vikings. Stonks. Now, this is the team after the draft. Brock Bowers is already an 84 overall. That's actually crazy. Team is looking very, very nice here. And honestly, do I want Mike Williams at the 1? I think I'm going to put Garrett Wilson over him. Just leave Mike Williams at the 2 here. Defensively, this is what we got going on. Looks solid. Surprised CJ Mosley still has a contract with the Jets. Corey Davis, do I want him in the slot? Or do I want... I'll just leave him in the slot. Why not? Anyways, CJ Mosley, Quincy Williams, Michael Carter, Breece Hall. But apart from that, guys, let's move into the midseason mark. 5-2, top of the division here with Aaron Rodgers and Mike Williams. Scouting national focus. I think I am going to do QB here, even if Rodgers doesn't retire, because he eventually will retire. I'm going to give him another Jordan Love treatment. For the players ready to negotiate, DJ Reed here. Do Do I want to give him this contract? I mean, he's 27. He has normal dev. Sure. Let's give him that. $10 million a year for him. Michael Carter, the second, not the Michael Carter, the running back who's on the Cardinals now. He wouldn't be bad depth, but he just doesn't want to be here. He wants to be in a Super Bowl chase. But do I really need him that bad? $7 million? No, not really. Unless he has an interest, I'm not really going to overpay for him. Tyler Conklin, I already replaced you. CJ Mosley, I'm still surprised you haven't retired. Everyone else here, just not really interested in. I'll accept the option on Sauce, Garrett, and Jermaine. But for now, let's move in to the playoffs. 13-4, top of the division. The Bills beat us in Week 18 and prevent us from getting the #1 seed. And we have to play them here in the wild card too, which sucks. Aaron Rodgers balled out, 5th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, we were 6th. That's amazing. 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 10 receptions. Seems like a lot for Rodgers, but still. 109 passer rating. Breece Hall, 17 touchdowns, 4.0 per carry, 1,300 yards. Garrett Wilson, 114 receptions, 1,600 yards, 12 touchdowns. That's superstar dev. Corey Davis with a nice season. Mike Williams with a nice season as well. Defensively here, Quincy Williams, 104 tackles for a loss, 15 for John Franklin Myers, sacks, 12.5 for Quentin Williams, 9.5 for John Franklin Myers, 9 for Jermaine Johnson, finally getting breakout year. Will McDonald had a lot of tackles for a loss, but only 3 sacks here. 6 interceptions for Sauce, safeties, 1 for Will McDonald, and 0 defensive touchdowns. Will McDonald had a nice second year here. But anyways, let's see if we can beat the Bills in the wild card, who we just lost to in Week 18. Now, we're going to have back-to-back losses here, and we will. 34-31, that blows. Let's move into the offseason. And the Bengals beat the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott wins League MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. In the AFC East, A.J. Cann, Teron Armstead, and Micah Hyde all retire. For the team upgrades, Rodgers has X Factor, Brock Bowers comes with X Factor, Garrett Wilson gets Superstar. That's awesome to see. Defensively, what do we got for the upgrades? No Jermaine Johnson or John Franklin Myers. Quincy Williams gets star dev, and Sherwood gets star dev as well. Quincy Williams is 29 though. Still want to re-sign him if there is an option to do that for him. Oh, Chuck Clark also gets star dev. That's sick to see. But 99 overall for Quinn and Williams and Sauce Gardner now. That's sick. Let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, I'll accept Sauce, Garrett Wilson, and Jermaine Johnson's option, who apparently don't really want to be here. All right. Michael Carter, he has an interest now. He thinks we're in the Super Bowl chase, and if he has an interest, I'll sign him on that contract. And he wants to play for a new team. Come on. All right, that doesn't make any sense. I guess I'll go after him in free agency. Don't want Zach Wilson. Total bust. Anyone else here? Sherwood. How much do you want? That's not a horrible contract if I overpay you. You want to be in Florida. I think everyone wants to be in Florida. I feel like I can just draft someone that's just as good and I won't have to pay. Anyways, $65 million to spend in free agency. Now, this is the team after free agency. Got Greg Newsome to replace Michael Carter, the second bit better upgrade here. Zadarius Smith on a big one-year deal. I have the money. We seem like we're going for a run. We seem like a really good team, and I want to use this window that we have Aaron Rodgers, who isn't retiring yet. I want to use this window to potentially win early here. Then we have Xavier Woods as a temporary deal at free safety. Top 5 prospect, Dalvin Hoskins out of Oklahoma, 6'6", 230, A's across the board, horrible speed, elite strength, elite throw power, top 5 prospect, falls to number 24. Oh yeah, it was made for us. Normal dev, that's fine. That's why they're passing on him. 95 throw power, 72 speed, not athletic, huge, 6'6", 230, huge arm, normal dev's fine. He's going to be a high overall, and he's going to learn behind Aaron Rodgers until we move on. In the second round, getting wide receiver Tyrell Holiday out of Tennessee, 6'2", 235, hidden dev, nice athleticism, A, run blocking, A, catching traffic, and B, catching. And with my other second round pick, because I traded back last year with the Vikings, Tremaine Reese, strong safety at his Texas Tech. I'll move him to free safety. Hidden dev, 90 speed, 91 acceleration, pretty fast for a safety. A tackle, B pursuit, he looks solid. And in the 7th round, I'm picking up punter Larry Love. Oh yeah, that's right, Aaron Rodgers. Larry Love, Jordan Love's brother, the punter. He's coming to take your job out of Liberty. 6'3", 204. Damn, dude, you're playing the wrong position. 92 kick power, hidden dev. F, kick accuracy, I don't care. He has hidden dev. Now, this is the team after the draft. Holiday is a 73 overall. I'm going to move him up to the number 3. Elijah Vera Tucker's playing on the left side now. Specialist. Holiday, I'm going to move into the slot. Everything looks good here. Reese is playing sub linebacker since he's a second string safety right now. Do I move him over? He's only 72. I'm not going to move him over Xavier Woods right now. He's probably going to be Clark's replacement whenever his contract runs out. Forgot that I needed linebackers, but for right now, it's fine. I guess Zadarius Smith is playing over Will McDonald. That's fine. It's temporary. Specialist, what do we have? Zadarius Smith, Jermaine Johnson, John Franklin Myers. Looks all good. We can really make a run this year. We need to. Hoskins here. Dwayne Hoskins. Dalvin Hoskins. Reminds me of Dwayne Haskins, but Dalvin Hoskins out of Oklahoma. 78 overall is an amazing overall. It just blows that he doesn't have a dev. But for now, he's going to learn behind Rodgers, which doesn't really mean anything in Madden. So let's move in to the midseason. 4-3, second in the division behind the Bills. We need to find a way to surpass the Bills here. Breakout receiver. You see me last week, Coach? I can't even see you right now, dude. All right? Like, thank you, EA. This has been a glitch since Madden 19. Garrett Wilson. There we go. Well, Vic, it's not that important. Minor details are important to a multi-billion-dollar company. Please, you perfected Dead Space. Can you please just perfect this? My God, is it so much to ask for? I need some interior offensive line. No, I need some linebackers desperately. $49 million to spend. Breece Hall, absolutely, you're coming back. 5-year deal. $11 million. That's kind of expensive for his overall. Mike Williams. I don't want to pay you $60 million. You're not even put it. Yeah, I'll probably tag you if I have to. I'll figure it out later. For right now, I'm not doing that. Elijah Vera Tucker. I'll put 5 years on him. He resigns. Quincy Williams. We gonna have to wait on that, Quincy. We gonna have to wait on that. John Franklin Myers. How much? Damn, dude. You want to get paid as much as an edge rusher? Chill. I know you're putting up like numbers, but damn, you're an 81. Chill. Bryce Hall, no. Yes, he's 27 now. I wouldn't say young. Tyron Smith. Zadarius Smith was a one-time thing. Chet Clark is no. I already have his replacement ready to go. Will McDonald. Sure, I'll accept his option. Morgan Moses is too old. A lot of these guys are older, so I'm going to wait for the contracts to go down whenever they regress. But for now, let's move into the playoffs. And we finished 8-9 and missed the playoffs. My defensive rushing game is 23rd with John Franklin Myers, Zadarius Smith, Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson, and Quinnen Williams. Thank you, EA. My defensive passing game is 3rd. That makes sense. My rushing game is 28th. I'm more of in a pass-heavy scheme, but that's crazy. Coming off a loss to the Dolphins, the fact that we lose... 14th best offense. Rodgers is not doing it. He's not doing it, dude. 7th best defense. It's just, 23 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, definitely not a bad ratio. I just need more total touchdowns here. 99 passer rating for an X-Factor QB. I expect more. Breece Hall, 20 touchdowns, 4.8 per carry, 1,200 yards, almost 1,300 yards, not even 300 attempts. Yeah, that's going to be superstar dev. Garrett Wilson, almost 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Tyrell Holiday, 5 touchdowns, 900 yards. Mike Williams. Like, am I really going to pay him $16 million for this? Hell no, I'm not doing that. Brock Bowers, I don't have to pay him, so solid season from him. Defensively, actually, I think I'm going to move into the Kansas City playbook. Focus my tight end more. I need to get Brock Bowers more involved. Quincy Williams, 132 tackles. This is a nice stat line. I probably will resign Quincy Williams. Tackles for a loss, 19 for Quinnen Williams. Sacks, 14.5 for Zadarius Smith is really nice. I just can't afford to resign him. 11.5 for Quinnen Williams, 9 for Jermaine Johnson, 6.5 for John Franklin Myers. 3 interceptions for Sauce. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Xavier Woods. And the Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins the league MVP. And there are no awards here for the Jets. In the AFC East, Aaron Rodgers and Tyron Smith retires. Matthew Stafford retires on the Patriots. Taylor Lewan to Jordan Poyer on the Dolphins. Yeah, so we missed our window to win the Super Bowl in those 2 years. The second year was total BS that we missed that. 8-9, really. But anyways, let's see the player upgrades. For the team upgrades, Breece Hall doesn't... Okay, I'm giving him superstar dev. If you want to complain in the comments, I don't care. Dude had 20 touchdowns, 4.8 per carry, not even 300 attempts, and had, what, almost 1,300 yards? Crazy. He had not crazy, but a very, very good season. Enough for him to get superstar, in my opinion. If you want to cry, what are you going to do? Make me un-upload the video? Exactly. Trey Holiday, superstar dev. That's a baller pick. Brock Bowers... I'm going to move into the Kansas City playbook because it targets the tight end a lot more. This is the playbook I run, by the way. It's usually Dallas offense, but for right now, we'll go Kansas City offense here. see if that works out for a new Dalvin Hoskins. Unfortunately, he can't get a Rookie of the Year upgrade, but I knew that going into it. Need a new left tackle, need a new left guard, so that way Elijah Vera Tucker can move to right guard. Defensively, Zadarius Smith gets X Factor. I'm not going to have him anymore. I can't afford to really pay him. I mean, maybe I could now that Aaron Rodgers is gone, but there's no point to because he's super old. I just missed my Super Bowl window. But for now, let's see the re-signings. For the players ready to negotiate, Mike Williams doesn't want to be here anymore. And if I'm being honest, yeah, he doesn't like that we don't have a franchise QB anymore. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't want to pay him $16 to $17 million a year anyways for a 31-year-old receiver who can't even give me 1,000 yards a season. Hell no. I would rather not do that. So even though this rebuild is about Mike Williams, it doesn't mean I have to keep him the entire time. I'm not doing that. He's not giving me numbers. I'm not doing it. Quincy Williams, he just doesn't want to be here anymore. It was $16 million a year, but now that he's regressed, not so much. I'll give him another 1-year contract and completely load out his deal to $13 million. And he wants to test free agency. How much is it to tag him? I have the money to tag him, but I don't think I'm going to do that. He's going to walk. Will McDonald, sure, I'll accept the option. Damn, he was an old rookie too. Will McDonald was such an L pick. John Franklin Myers, 2-year deal. Let's do player friendly. I mean, he's going to regress. I don't want to pay him $20 million. Damn. Let's do 1 more year, see if he continues to give us numbers. Yes, this is $19 million, but it's only 1 year, and he wants to hit free agency. All right. Ever since Rodgers left, nobody wants to be here. I give him a shit ton of money. He even had moderate interest. Zadarius Smith doesn't even want to be here despite his age. Chuck Clark I don't want. I'm losing a lot of people here, but I knew that coming in. Anyways, $88 million. Let's move into free agency. Honestly, super weak free agency. I only got Matt Milano and Jawan Bentley, both as Band-Aid players. I know this doesn't really seem like the best pick for a first-round pick, but I just lost Tyron Smith. Earl Watson out of Iowa State, 6'6", 322, 90 strength is great for rookie, hidden dev. A's and B's across the board. He's going to be the new franchise left tackle. In the second round, getting a new middle linebacker, Brandon Durbin out of Oklahoma, 6'3", 236. He was a former teammate of our new quarterback, Dalvin Hoskins. Hidden dev, 90 speed, 89 acceleration, very fast for a linebacker, A catching, B zone coverage, B tackle, and B awareness. In the third round, picking up defensive tackle, Teron Carson out of Texas, 6'4", 300 pounds, hidden dev, very athletic for being 300 pounds, 85 acceleration, 78 speed, 84 strength. So he is 300, 6'4", 84 strength. I expect him to have more, but still very fast. A finesse moves, B play rec, and B tackle. In the fourth round, getting another defensive tackle, Tracy Boyle out of Stanford, good strength, 6'2", 300 pounds, hidden dev. He had A finesse moves, the only reason why I took him. Seems to be working out pretty nicely. Year number 1 with Dalvin Hoskins starting at the helm here. Number 2 for him, but he has Brock Bowers and a Kansas City Chiefs playbook here. Holiday, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, a new left tackle. Yeah, this O-line isn't as good as it used to be. Watson's only 70. I expected him to be a lot better, but it's fine. Durbin, I'm going to move. Do I move him to left outside linebacker? Sure, I'll move Brandon Durbin here to left outside linebacker. He'll probably get an upgrade. He was my second round pick. He's a 72 overall, which definitely isn't bad. Pretty good, I would say. Overall, defensively, he moves up to a 73. Carson's a 72. Boyle's a 74. Those were some nice pickups in the later rounds. Defense looks pretty nice. Xavier Woods is on the final year of his deal. And looks like we got Reese and Reese here. We got brothers at safeties. Dylan Reese, they were both, they were both, what you would call it, in the same draft class. Seems pretty baller. Reese and Reese got the brothers. Anyways, just noticed that. But for now, 85 overall team. Hopefully Dalvin Hoskins is a baller. Let's move into the midseason. 4-3, third in the division. So there's something here. I now have the number 1. Okay, my defensive passing game and rushing game just flip-flopped. That just shows you how broken and stupid Madden is. I just went from having the 3rd best defensive passing game last year. My defensive backs did not change. Same safety. Oh, well, Chuck Clark isn't there. I had a guy who's literally similar overall. I had Xavier Woods, Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, and suddenly it's 30th. That doesn't make sense. Make that make sense. I got a new defensive line. They're number 1 in the NFL now. Sure, EA. Anyways, it's just randomized. I swear to you, there is no meaning to any of it. But for now, what do I need to scout? Maybe wins. That would be pretty cool. But I guess maybe some interior offensive line later down the board would be sick. Or safety to replace Xavier Woods, maybe an option. For the players ready to negotiate, Sauce doesn't want to be here. Doesn't like our scheme fit. I don't give a shit. We're winning games. So I'm going to re-sign him. Extra money. Garrett Wilson doesn't want state income tax. I can't do anything about that. You're re-signed. Jermaine Johnson, of course I want you back. Let's put you on a 5-year deal. He resigns. Joe Tippmann, yeah, want you back. Spending all this money on my new players, the next generation. Fine to let everyone else go. Xavier Woods, I wouldn't mind for another year. It's only $5 million for sure. I'll do that. But anyone else here? Matt Milano, 41. Okay. He's not 41 years old. I just made a mental note in my head. But Matt Milano, it just depends how he regresses by the end of the season. He's 32 years old. Everyone else here don't really have an interest in. 52 million to spend for free agency next season. Well, in the off season. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, 11-6, top of the division. Dang, the Bills fell off hard. 21-14 loss against the Titans in Week 18. It's fine though. We got home field advantage. Won the division. Hoskins here, kind of a baller. Pass rating not really there. 6th best offense, 4th best defense. Looks nice. Not the best ratio here. Nice passing yards though. 95 pass rating. Meh. Here. Brees Hall, 18 touchdowns, 5.0 per carry, 1,300 yards. Great season from him. Brock Bowers finally involved here. 107 receptions, 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns. Corey Davis, I forgot he was still on this team. I don't know how, but he's balling out. Garrett Wilson, I need you to do more than just this, dude. I don't pay you just to do this. Come on, dude. Anyways, defensively, Matt Milano, 125 tackles for a loss, 22 for Quinnen Williams, sacks 15 for Quinnen Williams, 8.5 for Will McDonald, finally having a good season. Jermaine Johnson, 8 sacks, 14 tackles for a loss, interceptions 7 for Sauce Gardner. Amazing. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. But let's see if we can beat the Los Angeles Chargers to move on to the divisional round. They're 10-6-1 against the 11-6 New York Jets. Home field advantage. We do. 28-24. Here to face the 10-7 Miami Dolphins, the divisional rivals. Last time we played a divisional rival in the playoffs, we lost, and we do it again. Let's move into the 4th and final year. And the Cowboys beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP. Yeah, hell will freeze over before that happens. Josh Jacobs wins the Offensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. And once again, no awards for the Jets. In the AFC East, Derek Carr retires on the Patriots and Shaq Barrett retires on the Dolphins. For the team upgrades, offensively, we look the exact same. My left tackle has star dev, but whatever. Durbin has star dev. Anyone else for upgrades? Carson has superstar dev. Boyle has star dev. No other upgrades for anyone else. Team is still solid. We could do something here, but we're going to need to probably make some moves in free agency. For the players ready to negotiate, sure, I'll accept the option on Brock Bowers. Matt Milano, it's the final season, why not? Stupid cheap contract. He resigns for another year. Anyone else that I have an interest in? No. For now, let's move into free agency. After free agency, got Ronnie Stanley as our new left tackle, Elton Jenkins as a left guard, Rondell Moore as a receiver, stacking out our offense, Zach Charbonnet as well. Total offensive stack out right here, but for now, we have $9 million left. Don't really have much money. It's the 4th and final season anyways. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, drafting another middle linebacker, because why not? This time, instead of Tremaine, we got Trumaine White out of Kansas State, 6'2", 245, hidden dev, 91 speed, 90 acceleration. Get this dude at receiver. B's across the board. He looks great. In the second round, picking depth at defensive end because we don't need anything. Eric Dunbar out of Michigan State, 6'4", 265, 85 strength, great athleticism, 87 acceleration, hidden dev, A tackle, and B's across the board. Now, this is the team moving into the 4th and final year. I'm going to move Trey Holiday to the 2 here. Looks like I got this guy named Toller and McLean as well, which is cool. Hoskins, you got to lead us all the way, bud. I gave you everything. I know you're not everything, but you got to do it somehow. White is probably going to progress past Bentley this season, so I'm going to start him. Dunbar is pretty baller. Yeah, team looks great, honestly. 89 overall team. Let's move White all the way up here. Matt Milano, yeah, let's move him all the way up. Holiday's in the slot. Looks good to me. Don't want Sauce Gardner in the slot. Let's move DJ Reed in the slot, please. I want Sauce Gardner at my 1. And apart from that, guys, team looks amazing. Sauce Gardner is like 102 overall now. So apart from that, let's move into the playoffs in the 4th and final year. We made the playoffs, 12-5, top of the division. Looks like nobody else made it down. Patriots 1-16. Rough times since Brady left. But anyways, coming off a win to the Colts, 48-42. We could lose to the Ravens here in round 1. I don't play in the wild card ever, but if we win, I'll play in the divisional. Dalvin Hoskins is a baller, dude. League MVP. That's got to be X factor. Second best offense in the NFL. Defensively, 9th. 4,600 yards, 47 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 119 pass rating. Where was this before, dude? Brees Hall, 1,200 yards, 4.7 per carry, 13 touchdowns. Tyrell Holiday, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Brock Bowers, 13 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Garrett Wilson, I mean, I expect more from you, but still a good season. Rondell Moore, 1 touchdown. Brees Hall with 10 receiving touchdowns. Shit, dude, a lot of checkdowns. Trumaine White with 116 tackles for a loss, 15 for Quentin Williams sacks, 13.5 for Quentin Williams, 7 for Will McDonald, 5 for Teron Carson, and Sauce Gardner with 5 interceptions. Safeties on team, 1 for Quentin Williams. Defensive touchdowns is 1 for Greg Newsome and Tremaine Reese. Not Trumaine, but Tremaine Reese here. But let's see if we can beat the Baltimore Ravens to move on to the divisional round with our league MVP quarterback. MVP versus MVP. What do we have? And we win 28-21. Of course, we have to play the Chiefs at their home too. Great. I'm going to hop into this one considering we haven't even made it past the divisional round yet. Here we are against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's 7-3 start for them, and we finally take the lead 17-7. Great way to capitalize on that turnover. 24-10 at halftime is 27-13. We open up the ball with half. Don't get anything. Just hold the ball and run. That's all you have to do. Just run the ball. Run the ball. Stop passing the ball. Why is it taking you only a minute to finish a drive? Run the ball. Take off 5 minutes on the drive, dude. Anyways, we win against the Chiefs in the divisional round, 33-27. Let's move on to the conference championship. Here we are against the Los Angeles Chargers in the conference championship. We beat them in the wild card last year. Let's see if we can beat them here. Here we are against the Chargers. They're going to start out with 7. We're going to start out with a punt, of course. 10-0. Great start, offense. Really good at punting in your opponent's territory. Really know how to do it. Huge bomb pass there. 14-10. Defense prevailing so hard right now. 13-21. Just run the ball. Just run the ball and we'll win the game. Yes, the league MVP can potentially be a Super Bowl MVP, as that is where we are going here. Finally, in the 4th and final year with 4 touchdown performance. Amazing by him. Here we are to face the 11-6 Atlanta Falcons. Kirk is not their QB because he immediately gets cut whenever I play against the Falcons. They use him for 1 year and they're like, nah. Oh, sure, Kenny Pickett. Sure, dude. Sure, Kenny Pickett's so good. The dude had 14 wins on the Steelers and 13 passing touchdowns. That just shows you how amazing he was. But for the team upgrades, Hoskins goes from normal to superstar. I literally clicked on Hoskins and it brought me to Brock Bowers. Nice stuff. Hoskins, I'm going to move him to X Factor. If you want to complain in the comments, name me a league MVP who has never gotten superstar X Factor. Exactly. Shut up. So we got Hoskins here. He's going to X Factor. Anyone else for the upgrade? Surprise, Trey Holiday didn't get X Factor. Team looks great. Brock Bowers is a 99 overall. White is a star dev. Dunbar is a superstar dev, where I just casually picked up his depth. Anyone else here? Oh, looks like DJ Reed got star dev. I'm going to auto upgrade some players, then I'm going to move in to the Super Bowl against the Falcons. Here we are against the Falcons. The league MVP has the potential to get a Super Bowl MVP here. 7-0 start, 7-7 here, 7-10. Bijan's going to be a problem the whole game. So apparently they're not capitalizing in the red zone. Finally do here. Huge run, huge pass for them. 21-21, 4th quarter, 1st and goal. Not going to do the red zone. End game drive. What? What do you mean? Big field goal kick. What happened to red zone alert? What happened to that, huh? It's 4th and goal on your 19? What the hell did you do? Bro, come on. Anyways, I'll just kick the field goal, then hop back into the other thing. Hop back into the key moments. Because my kicker has F-kick accuracy, which apparently matters in simulation. Yeah. Anyways, I'm tired of seeing this. Let me go back, please. And we're back into the key moments. End game drive here. 4th down alert, and they screw it up. 4th down alert again, and they screw it up. Defense needs to do it themselves, but I, of course, have to hop in, so let me do it real quick. 3rd and 5 for them, probably. Oh, nice pick. As soon as I hop in, things solve themselves. Isn't that great? Now, please, AI, run the ball and finish the game. The AI probably won't do it, but yeah, no, I'm not going to take it. And finally, they finished the game. And we are going to be Super Bowl champions here with the New York Jets, without Mike Williams, though. 24-21 as the New York Jets win the Super Bowl, and that will be the video. Dalvin Hoskins is the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP, and Brees Hall is the Offensive Player of the Year. Great way to end out this Jets rebuild. No Rodgers, no Mike Williams, but still a successful rebuild for the few New York Giants and New York Jets fans out there. Well, not New York Giants. Playing the same stadium, but I guess not. Guess not the same team. But for now, the New York Jets are Super Bowl champions, so I thank you guys all for watching. If you have made it this far, make sure you like and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.